I want to talk a bit for a second about the Cat Williams interview he did with Shannon Sharp. Did you see that at all?
I saw some clips.
Okay. So it went viral. That was probably,
It did.
I think it had like 50 million views in about a week or something like
I think
that.
the second most, if not the most viewed YouTube interview.
Yeah. Dave Chappelle had something to say about it. He said during one of his comedy specials, he said, what part of the game is this? He only ethered niggas. He didn't say anything about any of these white boys. None of these white boys function like that. Then he goes on to say, Cat is one of the best painters in the game. So why are you drawing ugly pictures of us? Stop. Do you see an issue with what Cat Williams did when he went on the podcast and he ethered black comedians?
Mm-hmm. I agree with Cat's right to tell his truth. I agree with the heart of Dave Chappelle's message. The reason I'm in the middle on this is I don't consider Club Shay Shay, although it is one of the top podcasts now for sports and just generally, he's getting up there. He's still not the Oprah Winfrey show. So I didn't see Cat Williams airing this out to white people per se. Of course, anybody can watch it. It's YouTube. And as we can see, a lot of white people obviously did, right? But for me, Club Shay Shay is not going mainstream with the gossip. To me, Club Shay Shay is still very much a black platform. So for me, I didn't have a problem with him telling his truth. Now, if he would have went on Oprah or to some all-white network and said, let's say if he went on Good Morning America and did all that, I would have said, Cat Williams, that wasn't the place. You don't air your people out in front of their enemies. You feel me?
Yeah.
But for me, Club Shay Shay is predominantly black. So I see where Dave is coming from. But at the same time, because he told his truth on a black platform, I don't have a problem with it. And nearly everybody he talked about has no strong history of doing anything for black people anyway. So I'm really in the care less community on this issue.
So going to one of your favorite topics, interracial dating.
Yes.
Now, personally, I know for a fact that I'm going to marry a white woman. We've been going back and forth all day. I'm a little disorganized. I know for a fact I'm going to marry a black woman. But some white women are fucking fine. They got naturally some of them have those hips. Naturally, they look beautiful. What's the issue with a black man such as myself? If I know that I'm going to end up with a black woman and have black kids, what's the issue with dating a Sarah or a Jennifer just for a little bit?
When the vegetarian goes into the supermarket, you don't think they mouth waters at them ribs, that chicken, them shrimp, them deviled eggs, that mac and cheese, the greens with the turkey juice? They want some. But why don't they? Because it's not in the best interest of my health. So even if you recognize a white woman may be attractive, it's not within the best interest of the long-term health of the black community for you to marry her, date her, cohabitate. Because even if you date her, what are you sending? What is the message you're sending to all the beautiful young African girls, queens, and princesses in the community? I'm not good enough. You see that? So even in the dating, you're projecting negative energy to the women in your community. Now you say, I just want to have sex with her, have some fun. Well, you better be careful with that, because one phone call and you'll be the next Jonathan Majors. It does not benefit you to go outside of your race. And it definitely doesn't benefit the community. And if we look at this from economics, because ultimately marriage is about economics, right? Mm-hmm. When you die, all of your wealth is going over to that woman. Women live longer than men on average. So whoever you marry, black or white, she's likely to outlive you. It doesn't happen all the time, but in the general average, it does. You're going to leave all this money to this non-African woman, Kobe Bryant, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, right? And we can go on. And these women ain't thinking about putting none of that money back in the black community. Why would you take from us who need so much and give to a group who have already stolen enough? Financially speaking, interracial dating, marriage is financial betrayal to the black community.
What happened with Kobe Bryant and his wife?
Well, when he passed, she inherited his estate. She's a very wealthy woman. She ain't done nothing for the black community with any of his money, and I don't think she will. And not just Vanessa. I don't want to put her on the spot. I have nothing against her personally. All of these widows of white men, of black men, ain't none of them doing nothing for the black community mostly. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. My thing is, you are literally stealing from your people and giving it to your oppressor. It's absolutely unacceptable. And what black men don't understand in the dating game is the reason why so many Caucasian women are willing to be seen with black men, even though they don't like black people, is because you are a fetish for her and you're the only man she can exercise control over. The white woman ain't ruling a white man. On average, the white woman does not control the white man. She knows that because he runs the society. But a black man, oh, I can control him even if he make more money than me. Remember a couple years ago, Ezekiel Elliott and his girlfriend on the Dallas Cowboys? They got into a little whatever in the house, and he taped her. She said, call the police. You still black. Yeah, you Ezekiel Elliott, but I'm a white woman. She told him to his face, I'm a white woman. Jonathan Majors white. She said the same thing. You're black. I'm white. It don't matter. You the big superstar. I will destroy you. Look at what they did to Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby is the most successful black media personality in modern history. He opened up the door for everybody. No Bill Cosby, no Eddie Murphy, no Cat Williams, no Steve Harvey, none of them. Bill Cosby opened up the door for Richard Pryor, who's the GOAT. You understand me? Look what they did. Look what white women did to Bill Cosby. Money is not power. Status is not power. Power is power, and power comes from the group. And guess what? My people, they own the courts, they own the cops, they own the banks, they own everything. Do me dirty, I'll destroy your career. Look at Tiger Woods. That white woman divorced Tiger Woods. She took $1 billion of his estate. She was a nanny. Tiger Woods' ex-wife was a nanny. She a billionaire now off that Negro. That's why he can't win no more, because he keep thinking about the $1 billion.
That was a hell of a play on her part, though.
And why do we keep getting played? And do you know why we can't leave the bunnies alone? See, when you say she's attractive, she might be attractive, right? You got some Caucasians who look like sisters. 5'5" thick in the thighs, right? But guess what? Can you really isolate your nuanced attraction for this white woman from the inferiority you've been made to feel your whole life? Can you really separate your nuanced attraction for this white woman from the fact that you have this yearning to be equal, and you see in her, and you see in a relationship with her, the possibility of maybe the white man looking at me a little bit more different? An oppressed person can never separate the consequences of the oppression from any decision they make. From the house you buy, the car you drive, the women you marry, your oppression is always operating somewhere within the periphery.